Hello, everybody. We are live, and it's time for the finals of the Elden Squares Bingo Tournament. Today, our first match will be the actual finals between Zeno and Dino, and then we'll have the third place match between Rambler and Papa Beezy. And yes, Lemon, I am wearing the same suit. Suits don't grow on trees. These things are expensive. Okay. How are you doing, Lem? You ready for some bingus? Yeah, I'm wearing the same suit. All right, you got a problem with that? I could have changed your shirt. I think the suit looks good. I don't have a problem with it. Deal with it. Expensive suit. I like it. Makes me feel good. God damn. No, Lem, I'm refunding that. I forgot to turn that off. How do I refund? There you go. You're refunded. All right. All right, guys. I think it's time for the prayer. Are we ready? Oh, great Bernie Bingo. We are but humble servants, and we ask that you look upon us today to bless us with the best bingo finals the world has ever seen, if we are so deserving. Our players have trained. Our broadcast is crisp. Our refs are top notch. And we are ready for a great day of bingo. Please bless us with good internet connection, with unbelievable plays across the bingo board, and with no incidents. Oh, please, great Bernie Bingo, if there were one day for you to bless us, it would be this day of all days. We ask you for The best day of Bingus the world has ever seen. Bingus. All right, the prayer to Bernie's done. Now we have nothing left to do but hope. That's all we can do. Dude, I want to see a dung eater. I really want to see a dung eater today. We need that square to happen. It would just be so perfect. Like, the finals just comes down to a dung eater race. It would be beautiful. Wouldn't it? Yeah, well, this should be a fantastic match. You know, the last time Dino beat Zeno. Actually, no, that's not true. I think they're 1-1 against each other. I think Zeno beat him the last time. I'm not sure though. I know Dino took a match off him. I don't know if Zeno took it back though. I know Zeno has beat him before though. I hope not. I hope not. I mean, obviously that's part of the game, but you hate to see. It would have been really unfortunate if Zeno went down to anxiety essentially. Thank you, Bernie. Oh my god, Dino's in his pajamas, dude. That's hilarious. Thank you for blessing us, Bernie. All right, Dino is on. We're just waiting on Zeno and our co-commentator, and then we'll be underway. James Cat is here to say hello. He's ready for a big day of Bingus. Let me get a Gamba going. All right, Gamba's up, guys. What's up, Killa? How are you doing, man? I am fantastic. Welcome. We're happy to have you here, dude.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy I got the invite.
Yeah, it should be a great day with you and Nick's on. Should be a very exciting finals as well and third place match.
Yeah, all the matches have been amazing so far.
Right now, just waiting on Zeno. All right, your camera's up. Get you aligned. Just get a fresh fade, dude. Your hair's looking good.
Yeah, I got it cut last week. I think just my camera settings all messed up because whenever I turn off my PC, everything like resets. So everything looks different, which is fantastic.
That's very annoying. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, let's just get you lined up here.
So Xeno Zilch is his Twitch name. There's nothing else, right? He's just not
Yeah.
live yet. Okay.
Yeah, he's just not live yet. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Zeno, I'll give you a little bit of background on both these players kill us. So Zeno is an amazing Souls player. He's done like 20 to 30 no-hit runs across all the Souls games.
Oh wow.
He recently went to replay Sekiro casually after not playing for a few months and no-hit it.
There you go. Muscle memory.
Yeah, he's also it's an unofficial category, but as far as we know, he's the world record holder for RL1 and 8% glitchless.
Oh, nice.
So he's a very
He's
good
a
player, and
stud.
he's a stud. And then Dino is he's Dino SSB. He was previously the #1 ranked Smash 64 player in all of Oz, and he's recently started competing in Elden Ring stuff and really just taken to it like a fish to water.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning he was like esports. He was ranked. I forget you were telling me, but yeah,
Yeah, I don't
it.
know his like national rank, but he said he was #1 in Oz at one point. And
Yeah, that's crazy.
when I
Certified gamer.
when I first met him, he said he was 2 and that he was trying to get back to 1, but he's been playing so much Elden Ring. I don't know if he's fully committed to Elden Ring now or if he's still
Yeah.
pursuing that #1 spot again.
Oh, there he is in chat. Rank 2. Rank 2 is amazing.
Yeah, that's
Good luck.
insane.
Good luck on the match, Dino.
All right, Zeno is now live. We go. Let me get our players a rando seed. Yeah, Dino's playing. It's 6 a.m. for him in Australia right now, so he's literally in his pajamas.
Yeah, just woke up.
I love it.
It just means he's fresh for the match.
Yeah. Fresh and ready to go.
Excited to see what squares we get.
I
Wonder
am
if we
too.
see another 230 levels.
Yeah. My dream is the community favorite square. It's kind of stupid, but it's Kill
Yeah,
Dung Eater. We
yeah,
haven't
yeah.
seen it yet. I want to see it so badly.
I remember that being mentioned a few times. I
Yeah.
can't even remember. I remember it not being great. I did fight him on my first playthrough, but can't remember him at all. Just remember bad vibes.
Yeah, an actual Dung Eater is even worse than the Invader version of the Dung Eater.
Okay. And the square is just the invader?
No, it's the actual version. You're not allowed to
Okay.
kill the Invader. Yeah, the
There you
actual
go.
version has like over 1,000 more health, and you have to fight him in the sewers in this really small,
Okay.
cramped area.
Yeah, that's the one I fought. It was terrible.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah.
It's absolutely terrible. It's kind of like weapon dependent. If you have something you can stun lock him with, it's pretty easy, but for the most part, it's awful.
Yeah, no, my build was barely even a build. It was almost faith, but not committing to anything really. So it was bad, is what it was.
Yeah. Yeah, and especially like with bingo weapons, you got like a +4 or whatever. It's so not ideal, but it's
Yeah.
so funny because like so many players have different strategies. Like some players will just try to fight him. Others, there's like one of the giant finger creeper hands, so they'll like try to get the finger creeper hand to kill him.
Oh, do they actually damage him?
Yeah, and like you know how they
Okay.
do that attack where they grab you?
Yeah.
Like if if you can somehow kite Dung Eater into like that purple ray, he will then be frozen in place.
Oh,
So
there you
then you
go.
can wail on him that way.
I
Other
imagine it's pretty difficult to line
yeah.
up.
Yeah, and then there's also a giant Miranda flower, so you can try to poison him and have the flower kill him that way. It's very interesting.
So as with a lot of NPCs, you can try and not fight them.
Yeah. Easy, thank you for the raid, by the way. We're looking forward to your match this evening.
Right, easy.
Also, I'm gonna give a shout out to Killa. Killa, do you want to say a little bit about what you do before we get
Uh
on with the match?
yeah, I do hit list runs for the FromSoft games. I don't quite have 30 runs yet, but just did all the any percents. Now working on SL1's all bosses. I got DS1 working on DS2 now. It's a nightmare. Currently playing Elden Ring, rune level 1, +0 weapon, and a weapon relay. So we'll see. Trying to beat Moog right now so I can actually get into the DLC with the build, and we'll see how torturous that is. But yeah.
Yeah, and he's just like genuinely like a god at the game. Like I've been watching a lot of his streams, and I know you primarily been playing Souls game or like the Souls games, but like seeing how quickly you adapt to like the Elden Ring bosses and learn their moves, that's just super impressive.
Yeah, thank you. It doesn't feel that way when you're doing it, that's for sure. Just dying right away. Yeah, it was bad. I should get the Moog Shackle. I don't even know how to get that.
It's in the sewers.
It's in the sewers? Okay, do you actually have to fight the other Moog?
No, it's before the other mode.
Okay. Maybe I should go run and get that.
Also, Smokey, can you tell us when our players are ready, and then we can get the match started?
I like this build that's showing right here. A
Yeah,
king with a big bonk
the big
stick.
bonk. Yeah,
Yeah. Now is that Renala's cap that's just out of frame? Because it looks
yeah,
like
it
a crown.
is.
Okay, okay.
Honestly, some little stuff like that is sometimes important. Not for this class, but like you realize like her cap gives +2 int if you get that, or if you get like the Okina mask. Like those are really intricate things that you can look for because they're gonna raise your stats beyond what you're gonna see on the screen. So this character starts with 11. I think that's 11 int. So with the cap, it'd actually be 13.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Now that doesn't
Um,
matter because they got a giant club. So who needs
yeah,
intelligence
yeah.
when you have a big stick?
Well,
But
yeah, swinging it can get very complicated. I don't know how many guides there are in the lands between about hitting things with a giant stick, but I think you need a
Okay,
little bit of intelligence.
the players are ready.
okay, the players are ready. Also, chat if you guys want to get in your gambas, you have like less than a minute to do so. And we are going to go ahead and get started with the finals of Elden Squares. Thank
Let's
you all for
go.
being here. All right, let's see what we got on the board here. Center square immediately restore Godric's Great Rune. That's on the same line as
Okay.
kill Godric while summoning Nefeli Lu. So the question is, is someone going to try to go greedy and maybe do Nefeli, but then get sniped on the Great Rune because Nefeli takes longer? We also
Yeah.
have Remembrance, Boss, Claws, Daggers, Fists, again on the same diagonal. You can get the
Yeah.
Claw pick up in Stormvale, help you do that. Talismans is pretty quick
There's
in Stormvale.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential synergy here because there's also kill remembrance boss bow crossbow only. So there's a lot of different ways you can go with that.
Mm-hmm. I would not be surprised if both our players rush this center square because there's not a lot else that's super early, like a Geel with +0. I mean, you
Yeah,
always can do Soldier of Godric Barefist early, but it's not necessarily like recommended.
yeah,
And Talismans is another early square, but you pretty much need Stormville access for that anyways. So Spirit Summon only is again pretty quick. So there's some other stuff you could pick up, but
yeah.
there's just so much value at this center square.
There we go. There's the Margits and Moog Shackle. This was for me. Thank you for setting up the board so it's there so I can learn how to get it. It was
Yeah.
very kind of you.
Unfortunately, no Dung Eater on the board, but Xeno's
Yeah.
favorite boss, Wormface, because the one way he's prone to dying is to Deathblight.
Oh man, I went to go fight Wormface. That is terrible. I have to admit, I pretty much kukried it the entire time. That was awful.
Yeah, he's not fun. Also, these starting classes are very poor.
Yeah. Haven't seen wasn't watching them. Which one did Dino go with?
He is on the Astrologer right now. Actually, Samurai has Stormhawk. Did I see that correctly?
Rivers of Blood, was that one of them?
Yeah, it's not a great bingo weapon, but it's usable.
Yeah.
My guess is that Dino went for the, if that is Stormhawk, the problem is I assume it's poor stats. If you're gonna rush Stormveil, you need to wield the weapon immediately.
Yeah. How much is there that goes into the Stormhawk axe?
I believe it's like close to 20 decks, or maybe like 15 or so.
Okay. Yeah, that's enough.
And
But
okay, it looks like we will see both players going with the same class. 19 strikes,
Yeah.
15 decks.
Okay, if you're going for that, Margit gives you quite a bit of runes, right?
Yeah, but if you don't like, I didn't see the other weapon on that class. If you have another weapon you can wield, you can then be like, oh, I'll use this, poop stick to kill Margit, and then I'll
Yeah.
switch to Stormhawk. But if there wasn't anything good, that may not be an option. And we are underway, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and then you're kind of relying on one of the weapon checks and getting something decent.
Mm-hmm.
The fun of randomizer.
Yeah, it looks like it will be a god. Both players starting with the same class. They're both looking to kill stuff early. Because if they were looking to set up, you'd pick Stormhawk Axe. But this is a fairly, I'd say there's a few quick things, but for the most part, it's pretty mid game.
Yeah. So they have a lot, or quite a few of the same squares marked off here as far as what they're going for. A few of them, obviously, that middle one, and then it looks like they're like in that first column.
Yeah, the first column is pretty strong, pretty quick. Clear the Frenzy Flame Tower is pretty easy. The biggest thing with that is you do want to have just a little bit of Vig, because you will take some damage from. You're very likely to get Madness procced, and then you don't want to get one shot by those little noble guys, but it's easy.
Yeah.
Rambler seems to like the top left to bottom right diagonal.
Top left, bottom right.
Yeah, I can see the synergy there, because you got to kill Radon. That's remembrances to get you into capital. Radon's a horse boss. DTS is a horse boss. You'll get enough graces through the Memory of Grace. Godric as your second great rune. So yeah, I totally see that as well.
I always forget that Radon is a horse boss.
Yeah, you gotta show love to
God, Leonard. You gotta love him. Yeah.
Leonard the goat.
Now, how long do they sit on that Soldier of Godric? Because that one takes forever, right? With the bare fist.
Yeah, typically, I think, I feel like to me it's very much a mid-game square.
Yeah.
Once you're done, like, setting up, I feel like that is the time that you start thinking about, like, okay, let's go kill Godric with my fists.
Yeah.
It's just such a time sink.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta think they're going for they got the same kind of idea here.
Mm-hmm.
Rushing that center square. And then there's a lot of different ways you can go from there.
Exactly. And this longsword does have square off, so that is gonna do a lot of stance damage.
Yeah, square off is insane. It like two shots almost everything.
Yeah, it's
for
40
the stagger.
Yeah, for like 40 stance damage on the Torture 2, which is insane for a straight sword.
Yeah. You got a weapon check here.
Yep, the great sword check. Very high probability of getting a good weapon. It is the Claymore. Now
that's got the flip, right?
Yeah, it has Lion's Claw. If Dino can wield that might be a huge advantage because the Claymore should be significantly faster than this greatsword.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't used that yet. I'm looking forward to it. Everybody was saying, yeah, that's a really good one. So, and the
Yeah,
flip just looks so cool.
yeah, it is a very, very strong weapon. No doubt about that. I'm a greatsword merchant. It's one of my favorite weapons. To be
Yeah.
fair though, it does have the like poke charge R2 rather than the slash, so
Uh,
that's less
yeah.
ideal,
Yeah,
but
that's a little annoying.
still very good.
Now, does Margit also have 80 poise for the stagger?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Market does have hyper armor though in some weird spots. Actually, I remember I was doing a bingo match with Square Off, and I was like, I've done 80 stance damage. Why is he not stance breaking? It's because if you hit a boss while they're in hyper armor, they can kind of cheat a little bit. It's really egregious on
Okay.
Melania, but it is just a game mechanic that exists with other bosses as well.
So, do they take no damage or just less?
They will take the damage, but they won't break. So you have to hit them again.
Okay. So Zeno's getting here first. He's got
Yeah.
a significant lead. Yeah, that just two-shot stagger is amazing.
Yeah, Xeno doing very well here. We will obviously keep it on the main screen so that we can see both players in their fights.
Yeah. Today I saw a no roll, no sprint, NG +7 Margit. It was pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty impressive.
there's one player in um our community who's working on like a no roll no hit run right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's yeah, I love watching those. It's so interesting and it's good for getting tips and everything, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, he got it, BZ? That's awesome, yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, Mouse in a Tutu is his name.
What a name, I love it.
Yeah.
Very clean Margit. Dino is killing him real quick as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Caster's curious.
That
The
really
most delayed attack of all time. What was
Yeah.
that? Oh
I've seen him do
no.
that before, but
I've
never in a
never seen
bingo
that.
match.
I've never seen him do that. I
Yeah,
almost thought he was just gonna loop the entire time.
yeah. Unfortunately for Dino, this fight is going fairly slow.
Yeah,
He
he got the
may
first half down very quickly.
he may know that because Zeno, like if you're in a straight up race in this league, the last person you want to just be straight up racing is Zeno.
Yeah.
So he may know that he's behind on this, and we could potentially see him pivot to do something
Yeah.
else.
Now, right there is one of the Lion Guardians, right?
Yes.
And then the other best one would probably be in Kaled, right? Easiest one.
Yeah, so there's one in Fort Gale where you get
Yeah,
the
that's the one I'm thinking.
what is it? The strength talisman.
Yeah.
The other one that's more common though is at the Radon festival. There
Okay.
are two right
Oh,
next to each
yes,
other.
I remember those.
So
Yeah.
they're much higher scaled, but that tends to be kind of the meta play.
Okay. So they just two for that kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was also a nightmare when I first played through.
All right, yeah, Dino's going to round table, so that makes me think that he knows he's behind.
Okay. He can just tell his fight took longer, so
Yeah.
wonder what he's pivoting to. It's really hard to let that go, right? That center square.
Yeah, it's very, very hard.
So
Rotten Battle Hammer, I see. Is that another Death Poker that I saw?
I didn't
Um,
see the Rotten Battle Hammer is pretty great, right?
yeah, it is really strong. It is a smithing stone weapon. But it is one of the better one of the best probably smithing stone weapons in the game.
Yeah.
I think
And you
the
got those bell bearings as well, so that kind of works out.
Yeah. The one thing about giving up the center square here is like you're also giving up a lot of synergy. Like if you you're not giving up by getting the center square and rushing it, you're giving up Godric with Nefeli Lu. So you can just sit on that for the rest of the game if you want to. And
Yeah,
then you're a bit spoiled for choice. Actually, but we see Zeno going aggressive here and actually going for Nefeli.
yeah.
Which if he pulls
Interesting.
this off,
Dino's
that's
still going
huge.
for it.
Yeah, my guess is that he's setting up the Grace, maybe, to come back.
It might be worth it just to go for it. He may know he's losing the square, but if he's gonna do Nefeli, or yeah, you probably would think you're getting beat on that as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably just a case of that square is too juicy.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty surprised that Zeno's going for Nefeli. I know he
Yeah,
does hate to let squares go, but the middle square is so valuable. I would think that
yeah,
he would just straight up go in there because had Dino, even though Dino was behind, had Dino not gone to round table, if Dino would have gone straight, he would have beat him on a race.
yeah. He'd have the advantage for sure.
What's up, Nix? Welcome in.
Hey, Nix. Yeah. So unless there's a Godric issue here, which I imagine he's well, you never know. You can get caught sometimes.
Yeah, we will go big screen with Zeno.
Nefeli putting in work with that Stormhawk axe.
Mm-hmm.
And she's so tanky. It's insane.
Yeah, she's very helpful in phase 1. In phase 2, she can be awful, though, because she can get grabbed, and then Godric gets iframes for like 10 seconds while he does the whole grabbing
Oh,
animation.
okay. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, actually, there was a case in Bingo Brawlers Season 3 where I think it was Puppery and Lil Aggie were racing on this square. And Aggie got horrible RNG with his Nefeli and got sniped. Because she got
Yeah.
grabbed like 2 or 3 times. But we see Dino going into this fight as well. Unfortunately, though, it looks like it's probably going to be too little too late unless we see a snipe. Or unless we see an incident.
Yeah. You never know. He can do a lot of damage very quickly, so.
Mm-hmm. You know, actually, running back now, did he not already get Nefeli?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wondering. I didn't see the summon sign there.
Oh, it looks like he didn't finish the dialogue in its entirety. Honestly, this is kind of fine, though. It really doesn't matter too much.
At this point, it would almost be better for him if Zeno got this quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so now he'll know he can leave this square for maybe the claws or whatever.
Yeah, you save
is.
it for claws or
Yeah.
bows or whatever you want.
Yeah. Oh, and the classic Godric talking forever. In one of the bingo games in Maidenless, somebody lost a square because of that. They were doing 5 bosses in Limgrave, and that was their 5th boss. He killed Godric first, but lost the square because Godric kept talking.
Yeah, he will just ramble on for forever.
Yeah. It's something about golden, I think. I don't know.
I
Yeah.
could do it. It's I am the lord of all that is golden.
That's perfect.
Also, Dino sees the square gets
Can he not
marked.
quit out?
He can't quit out. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
No, he can't because of the summon, I'm guessing? So he's trying to die. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta just take a death there.
Yeah.
Then probably run back in, grab your runes, then quit out.
Yeah. Yeah. He hadn't used those. No tie? Oh, damn, where is it? Sorry for being so unprofessional. There we go.
I love it.
Now we're pro styles. I completely forgot.
Yeah. Dino here doing the fist check. He's gonna lose the 12k runes though, because you have to die here unless you want to fight Albrecht, because Albrecht will immediately
Oh
invade,
yeah.
and he gets the Qatar.
I
Unfortunately,
don't. Yeah, I don't. I actually didn't know how good that weapon was.
it's not very good.
Yeah, I just used it for a parry kill. So
Yeah, that fist check has become very, very common during the tournament.
yeah,
Not something that I saw a lot of though before. Um, I think we saw it once in the first match, and someone in like early on, and someone got either Starfist or Iron Balls, and then I feel like a lot of people started checking it, and people have just been getting burned ever since.
yeah,
Oh, except it is a fist check, so now Dino can do Remembrance Boss Claws Daggers Fists.
yeah. That's what I was thinking he was going
Mm-hmm.
for. Still would have been a little better, like you said, if he went and grabbed the runes, because it is
Yeah,
quite a bit. He'll get a fair amount from Godric as well.
yeah,
Like,
especially
he'll have
because
enough.
I don't know if you'd want to make this play because you're basically eliminating all of your early rune development. But with the 12k along with the 20k from Godric and the 20k of Remembrance from the Remembrance, he could have immediately Memory of Graced if he really wanted to. I don't
Oh,
think
okay.
he would have done that because that's a huge. You're putting yourself way behind in development by committing to Memory of Gracing with 50k so early. But it is a
Yeah,
play he could have made, and we'll go big screen with Dino here while we see this fight.
yeah. The damage really isn't great.
No, it's not fantastic, yeah. And there's no bleed on these things either. Yeah, and I see a Rambo in chat saying it's a bad idea to do the block so soon. I do understand that tactically, but the one thing is, like, runes are so important in this format, and without cheeses, they're hard to come by.
Yeah,
So you kill Godric, that gives you enough to go get a +4 Somber.
yeah. There's no Knight's Cav you can do.
Mm-hmm. So even though, yeah, he definitely could have just sat on this and gotten the block much later,
Mm-hmm.
he would need the runes to get his weapon upgraded.
Yeah. I can't remember if I actually asked this. Is there another viable fist weapon or claw check?
Yes, there is one in Stormvale, actually. It's a claw check.
Oh, okay.
It is
Is
normally
that the
the
talons?
hook claws.
Oh, okay. Love
and it
those.
is by it's like the Rusty Key Wet.
Oh, okay. I'm really a big fan of the claws now.
Yeah, the
Never
claws
really
are
used them
probably
before.
stronger with the +0. However, with a 40% chance to get either Starfist or Iron Balls, I can
Yeah.
understand why Dino decided to make that play.
Yeah.
So in your bottom left, you see Xeno just doing some standard setup and also killing Alexander for his talisman more than anything, for the 8 talismans.
Yeah, that's always a good one.
And with no bleed and no like massive
Yeah.
stance damage, these are tough. He's doing
Yeah.
brilliantly, but this is not fast.
Yeah, fantastic fight. But yeah, they don't have the damage.
GG's to Dino.
Yeah, gets on
Getting
the
his
board,
first
gets
square
that
on the
block.
board.
Yeah.
Yeah, the talisman rush is very strong here for both players. Xeno ahead on that, but we've talked about previously how he's not the best, not as good comparatively at collection squares. So the question is, does he know where the fastest 8 talismans are? Because I know Dino does.
Okay. Yeah, I'm wondering what he's going to set up right here. There's so much he could be going for, right?
Mm-hmm. Could just be going for some general setup, maybe a little bit of deck dis. Wouldn't be kind of surprised also. We may see an immediate pivot here, back to a Gil plus 0.
Yeah.
Because that column 1, if Dino gets a Gil plus 0, is a little scary because he's ahead in
Yeah.
Liurnia. You can do Omen Killer with a plus 0 pretty easily, if
For
you know the
sure.
fight. And then Lion Guardians are both Radon as well as Glovewort Bell Bearings.
Yeah. I was just thinking that column 1 can be pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like Xeno here just doing like a modified version of kind of just like an any percent setup, picking up talismans
Yeah.
and crack tiers or whatever the tiers and the
Yeah.
Dectus half.
I remember when I first did the bingo, I didn't know anything about the game, so I was just running the hitless route,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody was telling me there was way faster ways to do everything I was doing.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
much faster.
there's a lot to learn.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if we see maybe an early Omen Killer here from Dino.
I think it's a good idea.
He does a ton of damage, but if you know how to get the backstabs, it's pretty simple.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, also Xeno getting that sacrificial twig there, so he definitely does know what he's doing in regards to talismans.
That's what he's going for here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this will be quick pressure. Like if he can get the Omen Killer and a Geel real quick, that makes it so Xeno has to go do that block, right?
Yeah, and also, one thing about Dino is he's definitely a very strong strategist, but different from a lot of other players. He's incredibly aggressive as well. So
Yeah.
if you give him a bingo, it is of like if he has a bingo opportunity, it is of the highest priority that you block it.
Okay. He rushes it.
Yeah. Now, now would be a great time though to flip your reputation though in the finals, right?
Yeah.
Build this reputation of I rush bingos, I rush bingos, I rush bingos, then make your opponent do a horrible square. And Dino gets Stormhawk Axe. He gives a nod of approval and kind of does the like what is the Patrick Bateman like Sigma face. He did that a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, no, that's a good pickup for sure.
Yeah, it's huge for him.
Yeah.
Especially since he did not choose the starting class with Stormhawk and got very little out of it because he missed both the Godric and the Nepheli squares.
Yeah.
Yeah, so since he has Stormhawk now, I think we see a little bit of a different setup from Dino. I think we go see him actually get the weapon set up first and then go back for Omen.
Okay, you think so?
Yeah, because that +4 is just going to melt.
Yeah, can you even just stagger him to death with that Ash of War?
Maybe? I don't know. I'm not
Mm.
100% though. All right, we see Dino going for a Geel here for sure. And
Okay.
Xeno went back to third church, so he's going to Feroth to finish setting up Dectus. You also need to keep an eye out to see if Xeno actually levels health. There's no stat up square on this board yet. He's still running around with 36k runes in his pocket.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you saw the match, his final match, his semi-final match, but he did the whole game on 8 vigor.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Dino fighting a Geel, so we'll go big screen with Dino here.
Yeah. I do like this play actually, him switching over to this first instead of the Omen Killer. Because this will it'll be quicker. It'll force him to look at that block as opposed to getting the Omen Killer. Then kind of know that he's putting pressure on that line. And,
and fortunately for Dino, Zeno has 0 progress towards Liurnia other than killing Godric. So
yeah,
if it does turn into an Omen Killer late, Zeno should win that every time, barring incident.
yeah, he's got that Grace right beside it, right?
Not right beside, but he has the Alaskar Ruins, so just a short little run versus Zeno, who's not even in.
Good lord, this axe.
Yeah, this axe is
so
a
good.
monster at the start of the game.
So good. Now, are dragons weak to lightning?
I don't think they're necessarily weak to them, but Agil is in water, so you do have an extra 10% damage.
Yeah.
And plus, like, weapons with a Ash of War buff, so like Stormhawk gives you the lightning effect, are much stronger at early weapon levels. They fall off late game, but like for bingo, where you're rocking with like a plus, typically they're a +0, +4, +6, very strong.
Yeah.
So we see Zeno finishing the any percent setup. Meanwhile, Dino will be going for Omen Killer. And this pressure may force Zeno into, like he's going to have Altus set up, but it may force him into an early Altus to try to rush to maybe do those Lion Guardians or the Bell Bearings, which he will have a lead on since he has the Dectus, but it's not necessarily what you want to be doing this early in the game with things like Talismans and Spirit Summons on the board. That sort of thing's probably much more preferable.
Yeah. So going to Altus, that would be for like the Guardians. Do they still show up if it's the festival? The Festival of Radon? Can you get there from the? Okay.
Actually, not 100%. But they will help. Like the festival, you kind of need to kill. They do still show up. So yeah, and the festival just makes it much faster because actually the run through Redmane isn't that bad, but it just expedites the whole thing. And you're gonna need Altus anyways on this board. You got Wormface, you got Somberstone Bow Bearings, Shackles. Really not a ton of Altus. The Grayson Ghost and Grave Glovewort Bell Bearings are also Altus.
Yeah.
And while not necessary, it makes seals a lot easier.
Okay.
So yeah, I wouldn't say Altus is like strictly necessary, but it makes a lot of things easier on this board.
Yeah.
Incantations as well, because Corrin sells more incants when he moves to Altus.
Now, if you have to go for the Remembrance boss bow only, what do you do for that, Renala?
That's tough. Ideally, you want to do Godric, but in this situation, I think either Renala or Radon.
Yeah.
If you have status effect arrows, Radon's pretty doable.
Okay.
Zeno has made some crazy plays before. We've actually seen him do Morgott bow only in a bingo match.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There you go.
Granted, it was very early on, and a lot of Zeno at the early stages of like this group, he was incredibly dominant, so he kind of could just do what he wanted. I don't think we'll see that play in this match, but it's something he has done before. Also, we were going to see Dino here fighting the Omen Killer, so we'll put him up on the big screen.
I imagine this is just going to melt him.
Yeah, it should also, because I believe this thing is I assume it's +4. If not, it's definitely upgraded slightly. That's not the RNG that you're looking for off the start, though. Oh, and it does just unlock him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Almost killed them completely. Oh, okay, there we
Okay,
go.
had to be
That
a
was
little
close, but
careful.
nice. Yeah.
Kept us
That's
on
the
our
thing
toes,
about
but
him.
Dino gets it.
Yeah, he can hit you with that bleed. Like if you get hit twice,
Mhm.
then you're kind of done.
Yeah, and
So
this is Xeno's weak spot. We saw he was going to Omen Killer, and then immediately, like, you can just see it in like his mapping. He opens up the map, and he's not exactly sure where to go. He like flicks back
yeah,
and forth between 3 or 4 areas.
yeah,
That's one thing. Rambler, who's playing in our third place game, I give him a ton of credit for, because it's always like if he gets sniped, he's like immediately, I need to go here. I need to go here. It's very impressive.
yeah. Xeno's more of the combat specialist.
Yeah, he's just like he's a speed runner and a no-hit runner and incredibly
Yeah,
adept at those. But with that sort of stuff, it's about, I have my route and I'm executing.
yeah,
And we'll put him on the big screen right now. It's this Lion Guardian.
yeah. I'm guessing he's going here and then Fort Gale.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm kind of surprised he doesn't just go to Altus, but he's clearly feeling the pressure right now. And if you're playing
Yeah,
Xeno, this is where you want to be. You want him to feel the pressure.
yeah.
All right, GG's to Xeno getting the first Lion Guardian down. Meanwhile, Dino now going for talismans.
So it looks like he was maybe playing it as
Oh,
the bait.
Alexander's totally glitched right now, by the way.
Yeah, this is weird. Is he just not dying?
That was super weird. He was like stuck in the hole in front of the actual hole.
Yeah.
I've never
Was that
seen
because
that.
of the Ash of War? Like, do you have to
Maybe?
heavy him out?
Maybe? I've never seen that
Yeah,
in my life before.
I wonder.
Now,
It must be.
yeah. Dino does have like a slightly like he doesn't have the greatest PC in the world, so we occasionally do see some weird glitches from him. But I've
Yeah,
never seen that before.
that happened in the last match where that whole wall was gone when he
Yeah.
was down by Albrecht.
Yeah. Credit to Dino though, doing a good job of not freaking out, just kind of shaking his head and being like, "All right, I'll go elsewhere.
Yeah.
Today's not my day, Alex."
Where is he headed right now?
Um, he could be thinking about rushing Lion Guardians, would be
Yeah.
most likely a snipe. Or he could be looking to just get a little bit of Altus access, as well as you got a Nastia on the left who will invade you at the Smoldering Church. She drops a talisman.
Okay. Yeah, and you can just get her to jump off. Is that allowed?
No, you are not allowed to use
No? Okay.
gravity cheeses. You have to fight
Okay.
everything.
Hmm.
If you're fighting her and she somehow accidentally falls off, that's fine. But like,
I'm just
it
gonna
would
fight
be,
her over here by the
yeah,
cliff.
yeah, it would definitely be something the ref would look
Yeah.
at and be like,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think for Dino's sake, hopefully he's not going for the Lion Guardian.
Looks like he is though.
Yeah.
So we could see a snipe here.
Interesting that he didn't go for the Stormveil one first. Although I
Yeah.
suppose you also get the talisman here that would help him out.
We'll go big
The
screen on
extra
Xeno.
ring.
Also, there is a talisman in Fort Gale as well, so he could just be thinking like a little 2-for-1 action.
Yeah, yeah, the Star Scourge.
Yeah, which would also help him because it would give him more damage on a Stormhawk.
Yeah, exactly.
Very nice here on Xeno. Oh, the square off gets iframed on the get up.
These lions are just so quick.
Yeah, and they have a cool moveset. In a game full of repeat bosses, I find it very surprising that these guys are not a boss.
Yeah, I had trouble with them like they were a boss, and then they decided to put 2 of them in Castle Soul. Thanks.
And they have conjoined aggro, so if you aggro one, you aggro both.
Yeah. There we go. Very clean. That's another snipe.
GG's to Xeno.
Yeah.
Xeno was fighting him as well, but obviously that will not bear any fruit.
Yeah.
Now, Dino's typically silent when he plays because he, I think his missus is sleeping in the room right next to him. But interesting that even Xeno, we haven't heard. Typically, he's
Yeah.
very vocal. So Xeno taking advantage of that Godric's Great Rune. That's the biggest red bar I've seen him play with pretty much ever.
Yeah. It's the finals. You gotta pull out all the stops.
Yeah.
No showboating. Xeno was just smashing his table? Really? Why?
Yeah, well, he doesn't actually smash his table. He
Oh, okay.
he like holds his remote like on his above his desk, and instead of just like taking one hand over to get to your mouse to click the square, he just drops his controller every time
Oh,
on his
okay.
desk. Dino gets that talisman, but unfortunately he dies. He probably wants to take that teleporter because there's a teleporter
Yeah.
there that will take you straight to the Radon Grace.
Yeah. Yeah, that sets you right over there. That arrow sting talisman is there as well, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And Cragblade, not that it really helped them, but
Yeah.
not bad to have.
Yeah, if they had a like if
If he
Dino had found
had gotten the
Starfist or
balls,
something
yeah.
earlier, yeah. I do think we may see potentially a Falling Star Beast play or a play for the Rot Dog here, because it looks like Dino
Okay.
is heading straight to the transporter chest to Celia.
Yeah. Oh, getting body blocked.
Yep. I would
This seems like a good weapon for Falling Star Beast. It's kind of, you just want a poise damage weapon with
yeah.
him, right?
It,
He's not
it'll
really.
it'll be great for him. It's maybe
Yeah.
not the best, but it'll be
Mm.
very good. I do think we're gonna see him grab Rot Dog and go for the Spirit Summon only on Bofa first, especially because Bofa
Yeah.
also drops a talisman.
Oh yeah, the Flame Drake.
Yeah, the
Wait,
Flame
no.
Drake
Yeah.
+0, or just the
Yeah.
base version.
Yeah, that'll be a nice easy one.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that big shield, although I'm assuming that Rot Dog puts up pretty good numbers.
Yep. And also for Dino, that blocks any ideas that Xeno potentially had of a row 3, which is very scary because I can't imagine Dino has practiced doing bow only on any bosses other than Godric.
Yeah,
Because
and I'm
why
sure
wouldn't you?
he's heard of Xeno doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that's a good call.
Yeah. And we do see the Rot Dog.
Yeah.
While Xeno making his way towards all this. Checks the weapon. Nothing usable. That Prelate's hammer is actually, it can be pretty decent if you get it set up right.
It looks really cool.
Yeah. But you kind of need like Lion's Claw and stuff on it, and that you're just not going to
Yeah.
get that. Also, Dino, because he has been in Kaled, I think has to go to Roundtable to buy the Summoning Bell.
Oh, okay, she doesn't show up anymore?
No, once you progress a certain amount of the map, she will no longer show up.
Okay. Column 3. Yeah, 4 remembrances.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one thing for Zeno here or for Dino that's a little concerning is like, you know, he built up that column pressure, which was good, but he doesn't have many
Mhm.
blocks.
Yeah.
He's only blocked, what is that, a total of 5 different bingos so far out of the available 12.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Zeno has blocked 7, I believe.
I think this one will be really good because then at least
Mm-hmm.
it gives them that column, some work toward it.
Yep.
It's a lot to get that one, but
And we'll keep it dual screen here as we see Zeno going up to clear the Frenzy Flame Tower. It is possible we see a fist-only Godric race after this. Or Soldier of Godric.
now he can inflict rot on Bofa.
Yeah, once he gets the rot, it's over. So
Okay,
he has the
yeah,
rot, so he's guaranteed to win. You want the rot dog to do as much base damage as you can. But now you're
it's
just gonna
fine
see,
if he dies though.
yeah, you're just
Okay,
gonna see Dino run
okay,
for his life
yeah,
now.
okay, fair. Yeah, it'd be a lot tougher a square if they got Xeno right there in the
Oh
tower.
no!
Yeah,
And he dies to fall damage. That's
yeah,
unfortunate, but that's what Rambler just said. You know, maybe not a commentator's curse, but a chatter's curse. The problem's going to be the weapon disadvantage. And we saw
yeah.
it there.
I really did think the rot was going to be a little quicker on Bofa.
No, it's quite slow.
Yeah,
And that will
there
be
we go.
GG's to Dino, getting
Mhm.
Spirit Summon only. And another Talisman. His counter says he's at 4, so you really just need 6, and then you can buy the 2 Trick Mirrors from Roundtable, but you need 10k runes for that, and he's only on 1.4 right now.
Okay. And those don't get randomized?
No, Talismans do not get randomized. It's only
Okay, it's just
weapons
weapons, not
and
items.
spells.
And spells.
So
Okay, yeah.
for
Not
spells, the catalysts, like the seals and the staves, don't get randomized, but the spells do.
yeah.
Because you're doing damage with the spell. You're not bonking stuff with the stick.
Yeah.
I'm doing a good job of actually using Square off here, which does one-shot these guys. And GG's to him. He
Okay,
clears
so
the Frenzy Flame Tower.
you don't have to kill the rats. That was just bad.
No. Yeah, so
Yeah.
once you kill all the commoners, that the Eye
Okay.
of Sauron will stop doing its thing. And that means
Okay.
you've cleared the tower. Also, we're gonna see Soldier of Godric Barefist only for Zeno, most likely here. He maybe go check Roundtable first, it looks like.
Oh, he's saying he fucked up.
Maybe he didn't want to go to Roundtable.
Yeah. He seems very very distraught about it.
Yeah. It is the one thing, like, he's just so used to like speedrunning and no hit running. He just has that mindset of like, oh, if I
Yeah.
mess up once, I reset.
Yeah. That's
But
why I would never want to do speed running. Like hitless is enough because speed running it's just everything you do is like, no, I just lost a second. Oh, I just lost another second.
yeah. Meanwhile, bingo, it's like
Yeah.
you can't reset.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rambler's saying column 5 is very fast, which I agree. It is very fast.
Really? I thought that would be a little longer. Or the imbued
Uh,
sword keys, you get the free one, and then there's one in Rhea.
and then one in Belfries. At least, like, it's not necessarily the fastest line, but compared
Yeah.
to the column 3 that Zeno's potentially rushing, because Dino could just say like, you know, I say you don't want to get in a speed run with Xeno. However, you know, if your speed run's a faster category, you just take
Yeah.
that every day.
Yeah. You're doing it any percent, he's doing all bosses.
Yeah.
That's a race you want to take.
Because all Dino needs to do is pick up 2 talismans here, then he wins talismans, then he just has to run around and get the sword keys, and after that it's force bosses and bell bearings, which really is not too bad. He will have to set up Altus access for that, but
Yeah.
that's assuming
Yeah,
Xeno
that
wants to
is pretty
entertain
quick.
that type of a race, though, and not block him. We'll go full screen
Yeah.
with Xeno, though, for Soldier of Godric.
Yeah, heavies are definitely the way to go. I would have thought the repose, like the crits,
Mm-hmm.
but it takes a really long time, right?
Yeah, also, I think typically tap R2s are faster, but in this case, Xeno has both the Axe Talisman and the Charge tier.
Yeah.
So that's probably adding a ton to his damage.
Yeah. Classic hitless setup there.
Now, it did take 1 hit to Soldier of Godric because, you know, toughest boss in the game, but doing well otherwise.
He's a soldier of God.
Yeah. Greater than all in the land except for the notorious Bernie Bingo, the god of bingo.
Bernie Bingo.
Yeah. Are you aware of the lore of Bernie Bingo, Killa?
Bernie Bingo is your cat, right?
No, my cat's name is
No?
James. Bernie Bingo, in the Zoodle Cup, a lot of players were killing Bernie as a meme. Like Bernal.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then someone who we don't know on Twitch made a Twitch account named Bernie Bingo, and he's been in all our chats the whole time. GG's to Xeno, getting Soldier of Godric Grippus only.
That's another, or I guess that's just, I'm trying to remember why in Hitless you end up killing him, but I guess it's just for the...
It's for Gambit.
Yeah, the Gambit, exactly.
Yeah.
It could have been James. I just assumed that's what it was, but he may have made the account, right?
Yeah. James is typing away on his cat laptop behind me.
I think, yeah, I think you'll notice he's never around when Bernie Bingo is around.
Yeah. Well, regardless, Dino's way ahead on Noble. Like, Xeno could do Noble with a +0. Like, yes, it is. He can do it. I fully believe in him, but, you know, he doesn't have Academy Key. He's always going to lose this race. I suppose there's no way Dino could know, though, that Xeno doesn't have a weapon set up.
Yeah.
Especially because he's been in Liurnia by doing the Frenzy Flame Tower. You would have assumed that he does the Axe check. Also, Dino here doing the nice little skip. Messed it up, but gets the fast quit out.
Yeah, I didn't try that one for too long, but it seems pretty precise.
It's not terribly difficult, but I don't know. For me personally, I'm very cautious about executing, you know, difficult skips in a bingo match.
Yeah.
But GG's to Dino getting it second try. Also, the other thing about Noble, which we haven't talked about, is the fact that will, I believe he drops 50k runes on the dot, right? So you can just Memory of Grace immediately, and that's a double square.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong on that, but I think it's 50k on the dot.
And I think it was Rambler saying Abductor Duo would be the path.
Yeah, the Abductor Virgin duo to get into Altus.
Yeah.
Especially with this Stormhawk axe.
Yeah, that just melts them.
Mm-hmm. Now we see
Because they're
Xeno...
weak to lightning and they're in water?
Yeah. And we see Xeno going back now for talismans. Why he's killing Bova here.
Yeah.
Kind of surprised Dino has elected not to finish a square.
Is there a talisman down here?
There
Isn't there at the
is.
bottom?
Yeah, there's the Longtail Cat, which
Yeah.
Dino definitely knows about because the Longtail Cat talisman was actually a square in Maidenless.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where I know it from. But you'd think he'd grab one more talisman and then do this if he was gonna go Abductor Virgin Duo?
Well, he's definitely I think he's gonna go Noble, not Abductor Virgin. He might go
Yeah.
Abductor Virgin after to get into Altus. Also, the other question is he could just be planning on, instead of using the 50k from Noble for Memory of Grace, he could be planning on using that 50k to buy the two trick mirrors from Roundtable, because those cost a combined 10k. And then, maybe doing something else really quick to get to 50. Or just leveling. Like, he doesn't have a ton of health. More health, more better.
Yeah, Vigor is definitely the best.
Yeah. Yep, and he is turning right, so we are going to be seeing Noble. Also, Dino, this also sets you up for Somber 9. Does skip the Somber 5, though, so he's just rushing straight to Noble. Very clearly a priority for Dino right now. Which makes sense. You make it to the finals. The last thing you want to do is, like, if you're going to go down, you don't want to go down fast.
Yeah.
Right? So I completely understand, like, bailing out to try to get the block here, even though, typically we'd probably see players grab the 5 and 6 beforehand. But we'll go full screen with Dino here for this Noble fight. Taking it very cautious. But damage is decent.
Has he leveled any Vigor?
Yeah, he definitely has.
Yeah.
But not a ton. I bet he's around like 20 or something.
Xeno's just working toward the remembrances, it looks like.
Probably.
You can also get a talisman over here, correct?
Yeah, there's two. There's the Graven Mass Talisman and the Radigan Icon after you kill Radigan.
Yeah.
Or after you kill his Radigan's wolf. Radigan himself.
Yeah, it's up that ladder there, off to the side.
Behind the arena. You go outside, there's that ladder. And imbued keys.
Yeah. So where is that third imbued key? I knew the Belfry one. That one's like free. And then
there's a hidden one.
Here.
There's one in Celia behind one of the brazier gates.
Oh, okay. Okay. So that's pretty easy.
Yeah, it's pretty free.
Yeah. Oh. Xeno getting hit with that glint blade. There you go.
Dino gets hit by the rollout. Survives it though.
What a terrible move that is.
GG's to Xeno on Red Wolf.
Yeah. Quick fight.
Beautiful Noble Presence dodge. Xeno now out of heals. Doesn't get the Noble Presence dodge that time.
That one, when I was learning this one the other day, it's a lot like, it reminded me of that Yorm Stomp, which the way I deal with it is just kind of expecting it to be the next move anytime I'm in front. That's the only way I can deal with it, because that comes out quick.
Yeah, Dino is also on 6 talismans, by the way. So this could be a talisman snipe either way if Dino's plan right now is to kill Noble and then go back to Roundtable to get a 7th talisman.
Yeah.
Unclear what his plan is, though. He does get Noble. GG's, though, to Dino.
Yeah.
Let's see what his
nice
plan
fight.
here. Is he going to Memory of Grace, or is he going to immediately go to Round Table to buy the last two?
Zeno thinking he's going for the +9 right now.
Yeah, and we see the Memory of Grace.
Mm. Yorm is what a pirate says when they eat something yummy.
Okay, Dino picking up his 7th talisman, but unless he's miscounted, and this is actually 8. 1, 2, 3. That is 8. GG's to Dino.
Yeah.
Gets the snipe.
Very nice. Zeno very much on the back foot now. Panicking.
Yeah, very, very much.
So a question about the Memory of Grace. That's you just sitting at a Grace with that many runes?
No, it's like a dark signing.
Dark signing? Oh, okay. Oh,
So
yes.
So
okay,
you
yeah.
lose the 50k.
So just throwing away 50k.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Also, let's see now. I believe Dino's blocked all bingos.
There's still the column 2, but
Oh yeah, column 2.
that's a lot. And row 1 potentially.
Put Dino back on the big screen here. Oof, very lucky.
Now he's going for this fight. What's the goal here? What's he working toward?
Probably imbued keys, as well as the fact that it is
Remembrances?
yeah, also potentially remembrance later.
Yeah.
We do see Zeno upgrade a weapon. I did not catch what weapon he got upgraded. Death Poker. I think Dino was a little confused there, accidentally grabbed the wet blade.
Zeno's really, really doubting himself right now.
Mm-hmm.
Seems pretty flustered.
Also, I hope Dino realizes that he picked up the wet blade and not the imbued key. It'd be very unfortunate to see a mismark here in the finals.
So you were mentioning this before. It doesn't get marked right away, but it's just open.
Yeah, so fingers crossed this doesn't happen. But if let's say Dino, he does not have the imbued key from Academy.
Yeah.
But if he marks it thinking that he does, he still has to get 2 more. Then what will happen is he will become locked out of that square.
Yeah.
And
but the other player doesn't know.
Yeah, Zeno will be notified of the penalty. So Zeno will be required to complete the square to claim it.
Okay,
However, you know,
he
can sit on it for
forever.
as long as he wants. Yeah.
Well, hopefully he realizes.
Hi, Nat. Welcome in. So
Hey, Nat.
Going for the skip. This is why, like, this skip is hard. Like, even a lot of brawlers don't go for this skip. Like, the only 2 that I see go for it and get it consistently are Kata and NPT, which makes sense because they're 2 of the best speedrunners in the world.
Yeah. Did he knock the ladder down?
No.
Uh-oh.
He's betting on himself, a little bit less than full health, and I believe that's only 1 health pot. We will go full screen to Dino or to Zeno for this fight.
Yeah.
Should I get the +6? He already has +6. That's the problem. So he's just gonna go kill each thing. He's gonna go worm face, and he's gonna go the other somber stone. I can already tell. Fuck off. Oh my god. It's
There
like,
might be a mismark here. It seems like he's heading to Belfries.
Yeah.
And why this move?
Good move to get.
His combat has been on point.
Yeah. Yeah, if you, like I said, if you in a straight combat or straight speedrun race, you lose every single. The way you beat Xeno is by navigating the 25 squares better.
Yeah. Such a clean fight.
GG's to Xeno.
Yeah. And that other one is just a free pickup in that cave, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Smokey, be ready here in case Dino mismarks. Hopefully he doesn't. But remember, if he isn't marked for more than 5 seconds, that is officially a mismark. So you'll have to tell Dino that he's locked out and inform Xeno as well. If he does it. Hopefully he does not.
Now, would his chat be able to help him?
No.
Okay. Do they have like emote only mode? They do that in the finals of Bingo Brawlers, correct?
Yeah. All right, that is unfortunately a mismark for Dino.
Yeah.
Smokey, make sure to let him know.
That's rough. Xeno's gonna love that. I think that'll ease his mind there a little bit. So
yeah, Xeno
right
just
now
realized
7-5.
Yeah, so Xeno will be informed
8-5.
of the infraction.
Yeah.
And the match will carry on. So he accidentally picked up the wet blade in Academy rather than the imbued key.
Yeah.
So yeah, just to be clear, Xeno does not get that square. However, he will know that Dino's locked out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Xeno does get notified, yes. Yeah, that is an unfortunate but massive mismark in this match.
Yeah. Now he can go back to looking for synergies versus just trying to get the block.
Yeah, the situation just to answer the chat, the situation where the opponent does not get notified is if you finish a square but don't mark it. So if you do a square but don't mark it for 30 seconds after it's done, the ref will come in and tell you, hey, you completed the square, you forgot to mark it, you're now locked out of this square, but the ref will not tell your opponent that you're locked out. The reason why the ref tells the opponent is because in this case, Dino made a mark on the board, right?
Yeah.
And that's now removed. So that has to be explained to the opponent. So
Yeah.
in the case that you forget to mark, there's no mark on the board, so your opponent doesn't have to be informed.
Yeah. And then they also wouldn't know, maybe he just unmarked it. I guess if they saw how long it was up there, then they would know, but
yeah, exactly. Yeah, Smokey, make sure you tell Xeno. Smokey's got it, guys. He's got it. Smokey's the best ref we got. So trust in Smoke. Believe in Smokey, guys.
Now, is this working toward the Somber 9 right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Dino's working towards the Somber. Well, also, he's potentially going to look to go to Virgins to get into Altus as well as get these Somber stones.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're going to see Xeno here fighting Wormface.
Such a great enemy.
Yeah. Also, that mismark definitely unfortunate, but we've seen it before happen in finals of Brawlers Season 3. Especially in these big pressure moments, no one is immune to mistakes like that.
Yeah.
So it sucks for Dino, but it happens. It's a part of bingo.
Yeah.
We'll go big screen with Zeno here.
Come on.
So clean.
Yeah,
Such a nice
incredibly
fight.
clean.
Yeah.
GG's to Zeno.
Yeah. That's gotta be making him feel good right now.
Yeah.
With that square and then getting the worm face right after. He's
Mm-hmm.
yeah. He's in a good spot.
Yeah, this is effectively a tie game because
Mhm.
7-6. But Zeno is locked out. Dino's gonna have a +9 weapon here in just a sec, which will give another square and a huge advantage. However, damage-wise, however, Zeno is ahead on map progression with
Yeah.
full Altus access at this point. Also, we're gonna see him go for Summerstone Bellbearing 2.
Now with a +9 Stormhawk on the on the Duo Virgin, that's just gonna melt them, right?
Yeah, they'll get absolutely
Yeah.
crushed. A +4 melts them.
Yeah. Yeah, because I thought I remembered one of the matches I saw somebody go there with
Yeah.
Stormhawk at 4, and it was just it was insane.
Yeah. Also, in regards to the potential bingo lines, ultimately the mismark isn't going to matter at all because Zeno just won Worm Face and he's now about to win Bell Bearings. So that will have had no impact on the match in terms of bingo lines, but obviously, one square, if this goes to majority, will potentially matter.
I wonder if he would have been fine with just sitting on that one, on the bell bearing one, since Dino's really not going to be working on that square or that line, or I guess they're still squares, right?
Zeno, you're fighting the Crystallian Duo, so we'll go big screen with him.
Now, does Ignition do poise damage?
I mean, everything does, but
Okay.
I can't imagine it's that much.
Yeah.
Here gets the Somber 7. Now he just needs to run to Dragon Barrow to get the 8 and 9.
Another very clean fight.
Zeno also getting the seal there. And GG's to Zeno. Very, very nice. So one thing I think it's so funny, for a guy who's a speedrunner, Zeno will randomly go like out of his way to pick the maps up. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, like if you see like he has the Altus map, I don't know why, but he does.
Yeah, I don't know. Comfort thing? I imagine he knows most of the game off by heart.
He
It is
obviously
nice
does.
being able to look at the map and see it there versus, just gray.
I wish you got a setting like when you beat the game that it just